Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordy and I'm here to do a general tarot card and oracle card reading for the Pisces Collective. I've already shuffled the cards and pulled 10 cards from my double deck using John Holland's Psychic Tarot for the Heart and Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So we have a Celtic cross spread here on the floor. And I'm going to pull a couple of runes and we will clarify each of the cards in the Celtic cross spread with an additional tarot card from the This Might Hurt Tarot. So we've got a nice in-depth reading for you today. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. You've been working really hard towards either a goal, your career, a relationship, perhaps, and your effort shows. There's an energy here of coming into your own power, into your own confidence with what it is that you do or what you've learned to do over a span of time. And in the middle of your reading, we start off the reading with a fork in the road here. So a decision to go one way or the other. And influencing that decision to go in one path or the other path is the win or lose card. I wonder if hanging on to a conflict in the past where blessings ran dry, where everything seemed to spoil with this milk and honey card reversed here in the past. It's almost as if your manifestation became sick in some way or started degrading or breaking down. And you've been working really hard to upkeep it. This could even be a home, that's, slowly deteriorating. Or even, maybe you feel like your body is slowly deteriorating, Pisces. It could be a relationship dynamic or just a certain part of your life. But you continue to work hard towards maintaining it and also trying to see progress because you have confidence in yourself. You have confidence in this, whatever this represents, your hard work and effort. But you're at a fork in the road because it may be just time to decide whether or not you want to keep fighting to keep something from falling apart, or perhaps it's time in the future here to reach out. And this may involve having to drop pretenses or opinions or tensions between you and important people in your life. Reaching out represents needing other people's help and support. I also feel like there are people reaching out to you, or there are opportunities coming your way. And you could be seeing an uptick in serendipity and luck here. A lucky break when it comes to whatever it is you've been putting effort towards, where you feel like it's been a win-lose situation. You get some wins, you get some losses. And in the current moment, in your environment, we have the Here and Now card. It says you can focus on the past, you can focus on the future, or you can focus on the here and now. And then we have in your fears and desires position this Emperor energy, which says lead. So there could be a decision to follow some advice or leadership, professional advice, someone who is a great leader in your life, reaching out to them or at least meeting each other halfway. Taking one step towards them and maybe they can take many more steps towards you, or vice versa. It feels like you've known that this was a good option for you for quite some time, and that you may have visited this option or this advice or this support in the past, but maybe there's some mixed experiences that have happened with this, and you feel like, well, you went in a different direction in the past anyway. Now you're at a fork in the road where you could head back towards something if you can kind of, remain humble and optimistic towards something that may be unfinished, actually reaching better results this time around. I like that. So clarifying the fork in the road, we have the Emperor. So someone's meeting you at this fork in the road. It's someone who has in a position of higher knowledge and awareness, authority, influence. Clarifying the win or lose card, which is influencing this fork in the road, is the Knight of Swords energy. So you could be experiencing very high highs and low lows. This is my extremes card. This person's extreme sport here with the dirt bike. And in the top of the card, there's a bird of prey. So it's almost as if this bird of prey is following the motorcyclist because it knows that it could have an accident and then, start feeding. So it's almost as if with this Knight of Swords energy, you've been kind of flying through life by the seat of your pants. And things are catching up with you. Time is catching up with you. That's too many cards. Clarifying the central focus of your reading, which is the dedicated effort, all this progress and effort you've put into something that there has been highs and lows with, that has been kind of like a running, chasing dynamic. We've got the, fleeting moments of success is kind of what I'm getting. We have the Nine of Cups reversed coming out to clarify that. So the quality of your experience is not as good as it used to be, is what I'm hearing. And this might be the motivating factor towards accepting help or taking lead in a new direction. At the base of the reading with the solar plexus chakra here, we have the High Priestess. It's interesting, the solar plexus chakra and the High Priestess, which would be the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, they have a special connection. The third eye and the crown chakra are situated with the brain, with the faculties within the brain. And the High Priestess is the knowledge, The solar plexus chakra is in the gut. And the gut is like the second brain, It's got very sensitive nervous system associated with the internal gut and all of the different functions of the different bacteria within the gut, all working together to digest your food in the perfect way. So, and this, we could be talking about a health situation for one, where we're looking at the disconnect between the brain and the gut. Or maybe your intuition being clouded because of like internal digestion issues or brain fog for some of you, maybe even disorienting thoughts or perception, anxiety in the gut. But if I pull out of this card and just look at it as the base of your reading, I was talking about how you feel confidence, you feel empowered to keep at this effort, And High Priestess I'm hearing is an invitation for you to trust, to listen to a higher power. And that higher power may actually be acting through an individual or an organization or a solution for whatever it is you've been working towards. Something that you've tried before but didn't really work out the best in the past, Maybe there's a better way to go about it, or a different person to help you navigate that path. In the past, we have the Queen of Swords, clarifying the milk and honey card reversed. So I was getting sour milk from that card. Blessings having gone sour. And the Queen of Swords is a card of boundaries, truth, communication. So you definitely had to cut out whatever was causing your efforts to be strained. You have the Death reversed in the future. If it was upright, I would say endings, completions, transformation. With it being reversed, it is kind of like a stalling, a delay. But I also was hearing recuperation from that. Almost as if like the phoenix is still kind of in the ashes and needs to incubate its egg, so to speak, before it hatches and becomes reborn again. So you could be in like an incubation stage. Where you are protected. Where your transformation is assured. Okay. So I'm going to remember that title for this reading. Incubation stage, transformation is assured, better results this time around. I think that will be something like the title. So clarifying you is the serendipity card. So there is luck here for you. And in the environment card, it's here and now. It's not in the past. It's not in the future. It's presenting to you now. So you have the strength card, which is my good health card. So you will receive luck with health. You will receive luck with your willpower and strength. Your strength pays off is what I'm hearing from this combo. There's compassion and hope. I'm getting hope from that card too. Someone may need a tooth pulled or teeth work, dental work. We've got the 10 of Wands reversed. I feel like the reason why this is all talking about here and now in the current moment, you're at a fork in the road, you either win or you lose, the reaching out for this help, reaching halfway, reaching part way for assistance, where this Emperor, this person who has what you need, is right there in front of you. It's interesting because it's coming at a time here and now where you really couldn't go much further without their help. 10 of Wands reversed. Breaking point. Clarifying your fears and desires, which is the Emperor card. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So you're terrified to trust this process, to trust this person. You have been let down in the past. But sometimes we have to take responsibility for how we get into these negative situations. We can blame other people and other bad timing and all of that, but at the end of the day, we are the navigator, We are the co-creator. And as long as you don't give up on yourself with a strength card here, you're going to keep getting better and better results. The 9 of Wands clarifies the unfinished symphony here at the end of the reading in the outcome position. So this is an unfinished story. This is when you're pressure cooking, trying to complete something by deadline, studying for a test in this card, or feeling tested, So there is a vulnerability here that needs to happen. There is effort that needs to happen. A final push. if you don't feel like you have found what it is that I'm talking about here for you in this reading, things might get a little bit harder until you have that epiphany or that realization or even that breakdown that'll allow you to see that you are at a fork in the road. This is win or lose, you know? The only option is to reach out. And some of us in this reading are ready for that, and some of us are not. So I can see that in the cards. The rune that we've chosen today is this one right here. It was upside down when I drew it. I think it's a hammer. What's this one called? Thurisaz. Adversity, rigor, and harm. And the protective outcome message is protection or self-discipline is needed to avoid chaos. So this is a protection stone. It means you are protected, but you are facing adversity. There is an opportunity here to further harm your efforts or your situation. The shadow elements of this rune are to go into introspection and to face conflict or have internal conflicts come up. So I would say this is a card that is better, sorry, this isn't a card, this is a rune. This is a rune that is better handled with action instead of internal conflict. So introspection is here as the shadow element because when this is reversed, we may be caught up in introspection. We may be caught up in pausing and delaying and mulling around and probably maybe even avoiding what's right in front of us in the face of adversity. I totally get it though, Pisces. No judgment coming from me. I am definitely in the same boat. Let's pull another rune. Oh, we have a similar looking rune. This one came out upright. My little reference sheet says this is the Wunjo, which talks about joy, glory, and achievement. So that's great. If you do take action, knowing that you're protected, get out of your head with that Thurisaz stone. We've got joy, glory, and achievement with Wunjo. This brings fellowship, harmony, comfort, success, and recognition. So that's fantastic. Let's see what the final rune is today. Oh, we've got this one right here. And I'm just getting used to using runes, so I have to reference a little sheet here. This one is called Jera, and it's all about harvest, sequence, cycle, end, and outcome. Benefit from your earned success, change is coming. Ooh, so it's an abundance stone. That's great. Abundance rune. I love that for you. I'm going to pick one of the cards from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And we'll go with the win or lose card here. And I'm going to read it from the book and then we'll close the reading. So oftentimes in matters of the heart, people find themselves in disagreement, set against one another in a battle of wills. Ego takes place of the intellect. Greed takes over generosity. The love in the relationship is forgotten in the desire to win. But where there's a winner, there is also a loser. The partners are no longer equals and the relationship can falter or completely break down. At this time, be cautious about letting your ego trick you into acting in your own self-interest, especially at someone else's expense. If another person is trying to provoke you, do your best to remain detached. Solve disagreements in a way that make everyone a winner. Find the middle ground where each person yields just a little bit, but just enough. let love be your guide in dealing with conflicts around matter of the heart. In the end, it's not winning that matters, it's the love. I honestly feel like however this story applies to your situation, you've tried to go about your dedication and effort in a specific way because you wanted to prove that you can do it in a certain way. And maybe this isn't about proving that you can do it on your own or proving that you can do it without the help that you need, you know? So this is where healing begins. That's the next card after that. So healing begins after we let go of this need to win or lose. All right, take care, Pisces. I'll see you again soon.